Morning pages. Incredible. It's a great tool. Artist's Way, Julia Cameron. We've heard these words. Listen, it is an incredible tool for opening up the mind and for loosening up the creative ability. However, I have personally just watched as many videos as I possibly could about the morning pages. And there's a lot of good videos out there, but I would like to do this practice justice by noting some things that I have not yet seen in anyone's video, in anyone's very well edited, crisp, clean video. So, the morning pages are wonderful, in my humble opinion. I like to think of them as automatic writing, personally. Basically, what I have enjoyed the most about it is that first off, it's a creative act right in the morning of unconsciousness to a large degree. You're just writing for 3 pages, blurting out whatever's coming to your mind. Now, I will say this. It's helped me discover a lot of little gems that I've been able to pull from the mine of my unconscious. Perhaps the unconscious, but nevertheless, what I have enjoyed the most is by the second page, not to front load your experience, but by the second page, I begin to churn out some really interesting things. It's as if you have exercised all of the preconceived notions of what you should write or what you ought to write or what's dwelling on the surface. You break up the crust and you're able to dive down deep. Is what I have found. Now, this is what I have not heard from other videos, so clearly this one's going to be the best of them all. The people that are writing these 3 morning pages, I have done it in multiple ways. I filled up this, not that one. I filled up this notebook that consists of, I don't know how many days, I haven't counted. And I'm just breaking into this one. At first, I was kind of in a bit of a panic. It's like, oh, okay, I gotta finish all these 3 pages, and so I'm writing. One thing that people have not said is that, maybe it's just me, but your hand will feel like it's going to come off of your wrist. Or break, or just, there's just points where you're, Jesus, come on. No one has said this in the videos, that perhaps I'm writing too fast, or had been writing too fast. I have definitely noticed that it has gotten easier. I do think that the first 3 pages I did, I was writing too fast. I was in too much of a hurry. It was as if I didn't want my conscious mind to catch up with me. That brings me to my next point. I can't reiterate enough how much it hurts your forearm or in your hand. I'm just shocked that no one has said this, and I'm slightly delighted that I get to say it first. I'm sure someone did say it. Apologies, excuse me. I have found that you can say, I woke up this morning feeling okay. I didn't mean to stub my toe. I made coffee, but then I thought I should drink water. And so, you can write down these mundane, normal things. But what I have found is I will start with, morning pages, wonder how many people started them out this way. Oofe, what day, just keep writing, that's the goal, did this years ago, dropped it doing it, now got this book at the art supply warehouse, heard it was good, followed through, didn't follow through, judged Danica for not doing it, hypocrite, worrying, my hand will hurt, my hand does hurt, no rush. Okay, that's not really the example I wanted to. There's a lot of them that's like, I'll start it out with, ooh-fay, today, it's okay, just play, way, fay, like literal nothing, like garbage, nothing, just unconsciousness. Also, Danica, if you're watching this, my apologies that I judged you, but it was the stream of consciousness. Anyway, the thing is that I see people writing out like, oh, I went to the park and I like going to the park and it's very nice, but what I got from it is, and I tried it both ways, the stream of consciousness meaning is you're just firing, just you're writing and you're pushing out anything that's coming into your mind, and then you're also, you can kind of examine like the conscious reaction of how quick it is, but your conscious mind doesn't have time to analyze and judge it, so you're just putting it down, and you get to a point where you start writing some really interesting stuff. It sort of depends on where your mind is pointed, but you start writing some really incredible things. And I wanted to read, this poem that I feel is, I guess it's a poem, it's an unconscious poem, that I feel is I couldn't have done this by effort, or I mean like conscious effort, you know what I mean? The whole point of art, to tap into the unconscious, all-knowing intelligence and let it just channel through you. Clearly, obviously. Let's see, because I had two. Oh, this is it. Oh yes, okay. The words are but fingers to the closed four, and then extending to the door behind which has a great reality. Decide for yourself, momentum, life must be free, let it free. This is how genius emerges from the flow, the continuous row, the outpouring of the soul. So automatic, practice this present action with rigor, with abandon, without logic. Who can stand aside and allow spirit forth, logic and reason, the interference of God, to allow through this blessed gate, synthesize the mortal shell carrying God, to practice this, the training of God, to emerge in lust, and human stench, divinity bursts from death's chasm in a flourish of light and shadow. Beyond judgment and functionality, practicality, an art of purpose, of practice, to end all speculation, to begin all speculation. The allowance of his will, to run through, discover the immeasurable, unintellectual method of art, flow the river of heaven, divulge the God's secret through art. And I personally love that. I know it's a little self-disparaging for an artist to enjoy their own work, but I must say, delicious, lovely. I truly enjoyed it. And it could use a little tweaking here and there, but that came out through like the second and third page, and I went back, and yes, in the artist's way, it says don't read them until like 8 months from now. Oops. Well, anyway, I choose to take a exercise and not do what they tell me to do. No, I choose to personalize it. I haven't read all of them, but when I encounter something that is that interesting to me, I will, separate it and document it. This is my dream journal, but hey, we're getting a little crazy. Anyway, artist to artist, try it. I would say that the pushing it, despite the fact that your forearm will be on fire, it is a better way to get all of the deeper elements out, I would say. So try it out. This is, I'm making these videos, so I gotta stop saying this. I say this in every video. I'm making these videos to help whatever artist may need it. As an artist, I am always looking for, more, more knowledge of art, more technique, and expanding my horizons in a fashion, in a way that is hazardous. But I present the work to you. I present what I have found to you, and it yields interesting results. So try it, and let me know how it's worked for you, artist to artist. Okay, until next time, take care. Sorry.